Hello everyone. Have you ever tried to store data retrieved from a file or from any data source and store it in a database or in an S3 bucket? That's the topic of today's video. If you like my content, please share it on your social network. Put a like to this video and remind to subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's get started. For this demo, we will first need a database running. Let's say I have set up PostgreSQL DB. Currently, it's empty. We don't have any table. And let's say we want to store data in a table created from Python. Okay, so let's start. I will run an IPython terminal. I will import what I need for this demo. So we need pandas. I think it's the easiest way to handle data and to also store the data wherever we want, because there is a lot of integrations available for pandas to discuss with many different kind of file system, many different kind of database or data lake, and so on. So I think it's the most relevant library to do this. Then we need to import SQL Alchemy. It's a library allowing Python to discuss with the database. It's also an ORM tool to discuss with database directly using Python objects. Really useful for our use case. We only will use it as a tool to connect to the database. Okay, let's create some data for this demonstration. So I can do this. It will instantiate a data frame. For this demo, we will have, let's say, 3 records. Let's say it will be for users. So first record here. Age, we'll put anything. And city, let's say London. So I can create all my records for the demo. Up. Here we are. And just a last one for the demonstration. Name. Here we go. We have our data frame, as you can see here. It's called df1. And we want to store this data into a table from the database I just show you on the right. How to do this? We can use the toSQL method provided by pandas. First, you have to input the name of the table. Let's say it's a users table. Then you have to provide a connection string. To do so, we need to first import SQL Alchemy. Okay, we import it. So up to SQL users, and here we need to declare what's called an engine. This engine needs to have a connection string to be able to communicate with the database. The connection string is structured as this. You first have to describe the protocol. Here it's a PostgreSQL. Then you have to provide the user name, the password. I created a password for this DB. The host. So the host can be a remote host, meaning you have a DB on the cloud and you provide just the host name, or it can be local. Or in my case, it's a local DB. And you provide the port where the DB is running, on which the DB is running. You can also add a slash with the DB. Our DB is demo. You can also add one last argument. There are other arguments, but one is important is, do you want to insert the index or not? The index is this column in the data frame. Let's say I don't want. It will use, I don't have a user ID. So maybe, okay, it's better to have an index. Let's index like this. If I do this, I close my engine, I close my call to the SQL method. Okay, here I made a small mistake. It's actually create engine, because engine is just an attribute. Let's do it like this. Here we are. If I check in the DB, now I have a new table. I can select everything from the table, and I have my data. By default, the index column is named index. You have several also behavior you can configure with, you can set with to SQL. For example, since my table is already existing, now that I want to, let's say I want to add more data to this table, let's create another data frame. This one just has one row. Then, so name, we'll say Bab. Correct syntax is name. Age, let's say 33. And city is Bangkok. Hop. Bangkok, like this. Here I have a new data frame. I just need to be up here. I just need to add a bracket. Here it's pd.data frame. I have my other data frame, and now I can do to SQL. The name is still users. The engine is still an engine, so I can just copy paste what I did here to have the connection string to create an engine. It's safer, by the way, to do this. Engine equals to create engine with the correct syntax. Because when we'll close, normally we should destroy the engine to close the connection. It's better to not leave any connection open when you are writing into a DB. So I can do df2 to SQL. Table name is users, and the engine is engine. Let's see what happens. The table already exists. Now, what can I do if exist happened? Up. And now it added a new row. It's incorrect here. We didn't define any primary key for the table, so it added another row with 0. Here our table doesn't have any primary key. It's not the topic of this video, but you should have, of course, a unique key, which should be your primary key in a database for querying, for joins, and so on, for indexing also. And if I would have set up the replace arguments, now we only have one row. Okay, now let's say we want to store the data into this. Now let's say we want to store our data into this nice S3 bucket. So I have this bucket here called demo bucket RV Coding Club, and I don't have any object inside. What should I do to store this? I want to store data frame 1 into the S3 bucket. I need to import S3FS. So it's a library to communicate with the S3 file system. Then let's say I want to store my file. So here it's a 2CSV method we already seen previously. And what you have to do is to provide the S3 pass to this bucket. Our bucket is called demo bucket RV Coding Club. Up. We can set also add the pass we want. And with this, it works. It works also because I've defined my credentials in my local file system. You can see here I have a credentials file, so you have to define that with an access key and a secret key to be able to communicate with your AWS account and to be able to insert data into the S3 bucket. If I refresh here, I can see that we have an extract file containing the data I just produced. I hope you found this video useful. If it's the case, put a like to this video and please subscribe to the channel. I see you in another video. Bye bye.